Morning. It is Thursday, April 25th, 2013. This is the East Coast Conservative Video Comment. My name is Haddon Humphrey, and I thank everyone for watching. There's a phrase that's been thrown around lately that's just kind of been tickling around in the back of my brain. And I guess it's finally come to a head with some legislative action that's been discussed, and that is the phrase level playing field. Now, the sports reference is obvious. In order to play football or soccer or baseball or any sport, you want the whatever field you're playing on to be level, so that people aren't going to hurt themselves, so that people aren't going to people will have fair odds. Is the right phrase, I think. But the term level playing field is one that in a lot of cases frustrates me because of application. The legislation I'm talking about is the internet sales tax that has been proposed that would require internet retailers to collect and submit sales tax regardless of their physical location and regardless of the purchaser's location. In current law and judicial review, sales tax must be collected based on the physical presence of the retailer in regards to the physical presence of the purchaser. If you buy something from a retailer that has a physical presence in New York, and you live in New York, they have to collect New York State sales tax. The internet sales tax now says if somebody buys something online, you have to collect sales tax for the locality that they're at and remit it to the locality that they're at. From a logistical level, this is a nightmare. I'm not in retail, but I do understand logistics. And when you look at the concept of taking a company that, let's say 10 people, and they sell on eBay, just as an example, they are now going to have to charge and collect sales tax for every purchase. And not just charge and collect sales tax for every purchase, but collect the appropriate sales tax. And then remit that sales tax on a regular basis to the collection agency, for lack of a better term. Now, every state, well, not every state has sales tax, but in states that have sales tax, you also have cities that have sales tax and counties that have sales tax. New York State, where I live, New York State's base sales tax is 4%. Erie County tax on an additional 4.75%. Niagara County tax on an additional 4%. So just from a logistical standpoint, the requirement of identifying, okay, this person that resides in Niagara County made a purchase online, therefore I must collect 4% state sales tax and 4% county sales tax, remit the 4% to the state and the 4% to the county. That is insane. Now, one of the big drivers behind the internet sales tax is making it a level playing field. Because brick and mortar stores are losing on sales. Because people would rather go online in their pajamas, or not, and make their purchases. Rather than getting up, getting dressed, getting in the car, going to the store, making the purchase, paying for gas, which is more expensive, paying for sales tax, depending on who they're buying from. And it has become an issue of great concern to brick and mortar stores that they have a disadvantage when compared to online retailers. And so they're pushing for this legislation. They're saying to level the playing field. In all honesty, I'll briefly touch on the crock that is in just a moment. But the whole concept of leveling the playing field. There's a question that's asked. Is it government's job to ensure equal opportunity or equal results? And the answer, of course, is equal opportunity. It's not the government's role to provide results. And that, in a sense, is what a move like this is attempting to do, is provide equal results. Because what they're saying is that if internet retailers have to pay sales tax or collect sales tax, then what they're going to do is level that playing field and make it so that apples to apples, or Macintoshes to Macintoshes, depending on when you want to look at the company name, the sales tax is one of the driving features. And in all honesty, my argument is that it's not. Brick and mortar stores have an ability that online retailers don't, and that's personal engagement. Brick and mortar stores have the ability to build a customer base and sell not just the product, but themselves as an organization. And if they're worried about 8% price difference because of sales tax, that's looking for leveling the result, not the opportunity. Now, let's call things for what they are, though. When we talk about leveling when we talk about collecting sales tax, that has nothing to do with sales and everything to do with tax. Because when you're looking at the whole concept, when you go into a store, if you go into a carpet store, if you go into, if you're going to go buy a computer, you're not going in going, oh, well, if I buy in Erie County, I have to pay 3/4% more in sales tax, so I'm going to buy in Niagara County. No. You're looking at the computer. You're looking at the carpet. You're looking at the offering. You're looking at the support. You're looking at what, not just the product, but the people behind the product. So an internet sales tax isn't about the sale. It's about the tax. So when we're talking about leveling the playing field, the brick and mortar versus the online retailer, honestly, I think the brick and mortars have been kind of co-opted by the states and the localities. Because basically they're saying, we're not getting our sales tax revenue. Well, then make your county, make your locality, make your commercial districts a more appealing place to shop. Make it so that retailers want to be there, and make it so that retailers are in a position to draw new and more customers. That's leveling the playing field. That's creating opportunity, not equality of results. I want to thank you for watching. I want to thank you for listening to the podcast. We enjoy doing this on a weekly basis and doing the videos whenever we get a chance. So if you want to send comments, email them to conservativepodcast@gmail.com. Follow the podcast at eastcoastconservative.com. If you like what you saw, we invite you to join us for a recording session. Have your voice heard. Be a part of the conversation. If you can't join the recording session, you can also send comments via email to conservativepodcast@gmail.com. If you didn't like what you heard, what you saw, if you disagree with me, post a comment. Tell me what you think. Tell me I'm wrong. And we'll still invite you to join us, because you'll probably hear and see different words in a different order. Thanks a lot. Have a great day, everybody.